So I just watched a video from the homie Nico. He put a waking up with Nico video, pretty much how he inspires himself in the morning, a little bit of his creative process and stuff like that. So I figured, okay, it would be pretty cool if I did something like that, but with my music, my creative process. So I'm actually gonna walk y'all through what making a song looks like for me. All right, so the first things first, I kind of want to show y'all like what I actually work with on my day-to-day grind when I'm actually working on music. So the first thing I have is my MPD. This is actually what I use to make rhythms with. Then I have my MIDI keyboard that's connected to the computer. It's just a USB keyboard. Make songs with. That's right now I'm using FL Studio. A lot of people knew it as Fruity Loops. It is what it is. I'm native to it, so I'm really comfortable with making music. Right now I have all of my equipment at JR's, so I kind of had to rig up the sound to come out of my UE boom. Just kind of ghetto, but it's alright. It'll work for now. At least it'll get the point across and y'all be able to hear the sounds that I'm working with. I actually kind of want to walk out through my workflow, and I typically start by picking up my drums. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go through the different packs that I have to try to figure out what kind of sound I actually want right now. I kind of like that. That sounds good. That's good. I think that sounds pretty good for now. So now that I have all my drums picked out, I usually start playing around with the sounds. I have a couple of different virtual instruments that I utilize to actually pick out the sounds. Okay, so now I actually have something that I like. So the next step is actually recording that chord progression. So once I have a good idea of how I want the song to go, I kind of just play that little bit over and over again while I work on the beat or the drums. So this is actually the basis for the entire song. So I'm going to be working, everything that I do from here on out is actually going to be around this base, this foundation. favorite part. And that is actually coming up with the bass. And I have to find a good bass sound, something that's going to show through, but because I want to be a little unique on this one, I'm going to be messing around. It's going to be a dirty bass. And that's pretty much about it. The rest of it is like maybe I'll add some like different instruments here and there. Maybe um, I don't know. I might change up the drumming patterns, add some variation, which I'll most likely do. But that's pretty much it. I like leave it alone for a little bit of time, an hour a day, a week sometimes, and then I'll come back, mix it, and master it because I'll have a different idea of what does it sound like. So that's pretty much it as far as the song creation goes. The rest of it is mixing and mastering, making sure it sounds good for when we actually record. But typically a song won't sound the same. I'll work on it, and it'll become something completely different. But I'm really glad I can share that bit of my creation with y'all.